Environmental risks and opportunities following the concepts in ISO 14001 are really important to understand and really important to get a handle of. So in this video, we thought we'd talk about ISO 14001 and how to identify environmental aspects and impacts or risks and opportunities in the context of this manufacturing organisation. We're really passionate about helping your organisation to be growth focused, more profitable, and in this video, more environmentally sustainable. So I hope it helps. Let's see what we've got. Thanks for joining us here at Best Practice TV. In this particular episode, we're on site in a fabrication facility and we thought we'd take the opportunity just to take you guys through how to identify environmental risks and opportunities in accordance with ISO 14001. So I've just parked myself here, obviously in front of a huge nitrogen canister, but I just wanted to quickly talk about recycling. So in this instance, we've got some waste products, which are the outputs of this business. I'll talk about the inputs in a minute, but the outputs of this particular business are we've got scrap metal, we've got obviously paper, and in this particular company, about 95% of their waste is recycled. But more importantly, the large outputs from this business in terms of waste products are their aluminium and their stainless steel, and that's what these two bins are here. We've got our stainless steel bin here, and then we've got the aluminium bin behind us, and that comes from the fabrication activities that the company undertakes. This particular manufacturing facility has a laser cutting facility, and that's what's happening here. We use the nitrogen to supercool the head of the laser so that we can cut sheet metal very, very quickly, very, very accurately. So this nitrogen here is an input to the process. So we've got a laser metal cutting facility that's got inputs in terms of nitrogen and the sheet metal products that we cut. And then the outputs are obviously we've got waste products and the waste materials. So when you're writing up your environmental aspects and impacts register or your environmental risks and opportunities register, there's a great opportunity in this business to recycle these products. Now there are people that come and purchase this material. So the material's not a write-off. It's absolutely fantastic. It's still in great condition because it's a fresh sheet. It's just had the pieces that this factory needs cut out of it. But the rest of it is a fantastic raw material for other processes. So this gets sold. So this becomes a revenue source for this particular business, a way to make money. So instead of paying to send this material to landfill, this business is saving money or making money by selling their scrap material. Now this bin here, which is our blue paper recycling bin, this bin here, it's quite bulky, and the paper that we recycle is quite bulky. So the material that's in here, cardboard, paper, that sort of stuff, that doesn't have to go to landfill as well because it can be recycled. So the environmental impact that we are reducing is the amount of waste going to landfill, and we could put that on a graph. So my question to you is, how do you track your waste to landfill? Is it quantities? Is it volume? Is it weight? So what we're doing here, this is an initiative to reduce the bulk volume of waste that we send to landfill. Some of it we can make money out of it. We sell this stuff here. This particular business sells it. And in this instance here, we don't pay to dispose of this. So the supplier sends us a bin. The bin is free. We put paper and cardboard in it and they take it away for free, and it's a free service, which is absolutely fantastic. So check your local jurisdiction about what you can recycle. Are there people in your marketplace that will purchase your outputs? So obviously the main output of this business is a customer purchases the finished product, but there are also other people that will purchase the other outputs from this business. All part of our passion here at Best Practice to make companies more fun, more financially profitable and viable, safe, and in this instance, environmentally sustainable. So check it out, have a look at your process flow. What are your inputs? This is an input here, a very expensive thing that needs to be purchased, nitrogen. That's an input. Consumption of nitrogen is the environmental aspect, and then the impact is depletion. It's a natural resource. It's a resource that needs to be consumed. So we want to try and be efficient with that. It costs money, obviously. We don't want to waste it. And then the outputs. So ordinarily, this stuff, it's a manufactured part, and the manufactured parts, we've put labour into it, we've put raw materials into it. Fortunately, it's not all lost. Like this particular product is not going in the bin. This, even though you can't sell it, so this is some sort of manufactured part, looks like a shelf or a tray. It can't be sold, but what it can be is recycled. So the recycler will come pick up all this material. They'll be quite excited, and the price that gets paid for this is not a lot different from the raw material price. So, in terms of the net loss, it's not huge. So the scrap metal prices at the moment are quite high. So, okay, we've lost a bit of labour and a bit of time and maybe 30% on the cost of goods sold. The cost of goods purchased. So we had to buy this stuff and it's now become waste. But hopefully the margin on the products has covered for that waste. I think these guys price in, they have a certain amount of waste that they cost into their raw material cost, because they know they've got to dispose of it. They want to be efficient. In that other scrap metal bin, you'll see that the parts, when they're cutting out a sheet, they nest the parts together, so there's not too much wasted material in between the parts. So quite a cool system. Right now we're at the Black Lab Design sheet metal manufacturing facility. So these guys, it's a really interesting company. We've featured them before on our YouTube channel. They're one of our customers, and my brother is a shareholder here. So we get the opportunity to come in and shoot videos. See this? So that's scrap material that is cutting out at the moment. So the parts, that's the waste product. So this is a waste product. Again, this will get recycled. So unfortunately, to make these parts, this is the material that's left over. So that'll go in the scrap, and that's an output. So the environmental opportunity is, it could go to landfill, but a better thing for the environment is to recycle it. So these are the parts. Obviously that part's defective, but it's just a good example of the part that's being manufactured with the laser. I don't know what they're for, I don't know what they do, but that's what's being made here at the moment with this. So you can hear some of the other environmental risks and opportunities. We're making noise, so don't forget noise. So I've got a bit of a checklist that I use for environmental management. I go land, air, water, noise, natural resources. That's sort of my checklist in my head. So land, air, water, noise, air, natural resources. So you can say, well, from our organisation's perspective, how do we affect those mediums, if we like? Do we affect landfill? Do we consume natural resources? That's your land. Your air is, have we got gases or smoke or dust emitted to atmosphere? Water, we're using good quality water. We're making sewage or polluted water. Noise, are we making noise? What type of noise? Temperature to air, discharge to air. And then we can circle back to natural resources. We can talk about flora and fauna, forests, timber, all that sort of stuff. They're just good, they're good words to use as part of your checklist. This is a metal factory that we're looking at here, but you can see right beside us is we've got wooden pallets. And the wooden pallets, we've got to use natural resources to make these pallets. Fortunately, these pallets become an asset that we can use over and over again. In particular, these pallets, they get reused, but they come with the raw material. So up here on the wall in this particular factory is all of the raw material and all the different types of raw material. And so the pallets become a great opportunity for, we reuse those pallets in some instances, or this factory does, to send out the raw materials. The raw materials or the finished product. So they're a good opportunity to keep using that packaging. So can you reuse your packaging in your organisation? If you're in some sort of manufacturing facility, how can you reuse your packaging? And could that be promoted as an environmental initiative? So that's been environmental risks and opportunities, talking about ISO 14001 and just looking at some practical examples of obviously inputs and outputs from this manufacturing organisation. Hit the like button, share this with anyone that you think would get some benefit out of seeing this video. We need more shares. It's part of getting our message out there into the marketplace. Check me out on LinkedIn. I've got a great LinkedIn profile, and I will see you in the next Best Practice TV video. Bye for now.